Hello everyone, and today I will be talking about the Drag Race winners who had a very strong endgame on their season. For the purposes of this video, this will apply to queens who did a great job in the last 4 or 5 episodes of their season. The first queen I will be talking about from season 7 is Violet Chakki. While Violet did start off the season very strong with a win and a high placement for the 7 middle episodes of the season, she was not doing badly by any means, but looking at this track record, she's not shining. She was safe twice, low in the comedy challenge, safe twice again, high in the makeover, then low for the acting challenge. Interesting Drag Race trivia, while on season 11, while Silky said in Untucked Sasha Velour was safe every week, Violet was actually safe more times in these middle 7 episodes than Sasha was all season. Going a bit deeper into Violet's performances on the season in terms of track record going into the final 7 episode, first place is a tie between Kennedy and Ginger, Katya is 3rd, Violet is 4th, Pearl is 5th, and then Trixie and Fame are 6th and 7th. There were 12 challenges all season, and based off the first 9, Violet, the winner of the season, would actually have placed 4th. Then we go into the episode 10 dancing challenge, and Violet's luck really turns around. This season is done with comedy, it is done with acting, we have arrived at the perfect place for Violet to shine. Every single remaining challenge is in her skill set. The final 6 episode is dancing. Violet is teamed up with Katya, one of the strongest performers in the cast, and additionally they get the best music mashup of the night. The theme is Tango Vogue, Violet and Katya kill it, and both get their second win. The final 5 challenge is the ball. Violet is by far the best seamstress of the cast, makes by far the best look of the cast, and has, in my opinion, the second strongest branding of anyone in the challenge. She gets her 3rd win, tying her with Ginger and giving her the best track record of the season. It might just be my personal perception, but looking at the final Untucked of the season, everyone is kinda scared of Violet. She has gained back a lot of momentum, and Kennedy and Ginger, while they definitely weren't deserving of the hate they got, were starting to dunk on Violet for literally anything they had on her. Based off this final stretch of the season, Violet was the obvious frontrunner going into the finale, and everyone in that cast knew it. It goes without saying that Violet gained a lot of power and momentum in the competition in these episodes and probably would not have won had she not slayed so hard. The second queen who had a great final stretch from season 9 is Sasha Velour. While she was definitely not safe every week, her first 7 episodes were not incredible. Episode 1 is the premiere and she gets a well-deserved high placement. Then she's safe in the cheerleading and design challenges. She gets a shared win with Shay in the improv challenge, is safe for the Rusical, high for Snatch Game, then low for the acting challenge. Is this track record above average? Yes. Is she doing bad by any means? Not really, but is she shining compared to the rest of the cast? I would argue not as much, and that very much shows on a first run of the season where you don't know she's gonna win. I'll say it again, she's not doing badly compared to a lot of other people on the cast, but these early performances do not put her at the same level as someone like Trinity, Shay, or even Valentina. Then we arrive at the final 8 challenge of the season, which is the roast. Sasha has just come off of a low placement in the acting challenge, and Valentina, Shay, and Trinity are eating this season up. Sasha absolutely knocks the roast out of the park, moves on to the final 7 challenge where she gets a joint win along with Shea Coulee, and then proceeds to never place below high for the rest of the season. Looking at the track records makes Sasha's momentum look even more impressive. For the first 7 episodes of the season, Shay and Trinity are eating it up, and Sasha is consistently 3rd, sometimes 2nd. Then looking at the final episodes of the season, Trinity starts to lose momentum while Sasha continues gaining, even tying Shay in episode 10. While it is easy to look back on Sasha Velour's run in retrospect and say that she did a great job all season, looking at the first 7 episodes, she was a very good competitor and probably making it to the finale, but I don't think her win would be regarded as well as it was had she not dominated the last 4 to 5 episodes of the season. Next up, from All Stars 4, we have Trinity The Tuck. For the first 5 episodes of All Stars 4, Trinity was doing okay. Just like Sasha, she was very likely making it to the finale and not doing bad by any means, but she did not stick out from the competition at all. Valentina was in the top once, Mo, Monet, and Trinity were all in the top twice, and Manila 3 times. I don't want to take away from how good of a track record this is, but looking at the rest of the cast, it is not anything special, at least at that point in the season. Things get even worse for Trinity in the middle stage of the season, where she places low in the improv challenge, in the bottom for the roast, and then has to lip sync for her life in the Lollapalooza. Once again, she isn't really doing that bad, and her track record is not bad by any means, but when you compare it to the rest of the cast, she is desperately needing momentum. Arriving at the second Final 7 challenge of the season, Trinity has to design a hotel room with Manila and Latrice. This could not go better, and Trinity is able to work her way up to 3 wins, tying her with Manila. While Manila is still the frontrunner, Trinity has momentum as she got the win over Manila. The Final 6 challenge is the makeover. Trinity does a great job, arguably top 2 worthy, and places high. Then at the Final 5 acting challenge, Trinity spins straw into gold and gets her 4th and final win of the season. As a result of these final 3 episodes, Trinity is able to build her way back up and go into the finale with the best track record, with Mo in 2nd, Monet in 3rd, and Naomi in 4th. Something else that I think is very important to shine light on is her response to Manila's elimination. While a lot of queens are celebrating and laughing about it, Trinity is able to play both sides of the situation very well. On one hand, she is able to praise Naomi for getting rid of Manila as it boosts her in the game, but on the other hand, to all the people who were angry about Manila being eliminated, Trinity was able to posture herself as the most sympathetic towards Manila going home. As a result of that, I do believe she had at least some boost in the fanbase, as if you were really angry about Manila getting eliminated, watching Trinity be the only one not laughing about it would definitely boost her in your opinion. Factoring in her track record, as well as her great fan vote performance, Trinity is able to win the season, and it is not based off her finale performance. In the end, while Trinity was never really doing badly in the competition, it really helped her in terms of momentum to end out the season with 3 back-to-back great performances, especially since her finale was a bit subpar compared to the cast. Next up, from Season 12, we have Jada Essence Hall. While in the premiere, Jada does a great job for the next 6 episodes, she kind of flatlines. Just like everyone else on this list, she is never really doing bad, but compared to the rest of the cast, she is not really able to shine. Of those 6 episodes, she is in the top twice for the commercials and the ball, and then safe 4 times in the acting challenges, Snatch Game, and Rusical. Definitely not bad by any means, but when Gigi already has 3 wins, it is not great. Then comes Choices 2020, and Jada absolutely dominates, getting her 2nd win, and is able to use that charisma and momentum to propel herself towards the end. The first Final 6 challenge is the makeover. Jada is incredibly confident, it shows in her presentation on the runway, and she gets her 3rd win of the season. While in the second Final 6 challenge, she is in the bottom. She wins the lip sync, solidifying herself as the strongest lip syncer in the final 5. Then in the remix, she gets a high placement and moves on to the finale. In the end, while she did technically end up in the bottom in the endgame portion of the season, she was able to show off her lip syncing to the judges, she was able to take out the lip sync assassin, and I wouldn't count it too much against her that she was in the bottom. Is this the strongest endgame ever? No. Is it definitely on the higher side? Absolutely. As a result of having pretty much caught up to Gigi, Jada is able to go into the finale with great momentum, deliver 3 back-to-back good lip syncs, and get her crown. As is the case with almost everyone here, momentum is incredibly important in Drag Race, and in these final episodes, Jada is able to make up all of the lost ground that Gigi had over her. The final winner I will be talking about, who had a great endgame, is Trixie Mattel. For the first 4 episodes of the season, Trixie is not doing the best. She is safe in the talent show, safe in the Rusical, high in the improv challenge, and then bomb Snatch Game. All of that said, and I know this will be controversial, she was never really doing that badly. Her 2 safe performances were fine, her high performance was good, and her bottom, while iconically bad, very realistically could have been low if they had just had a bottom 2. After being saved in Snatch Game, we move on to the Warhol Ball, where Trixie dominates. While her final runway is probably 2nd, her soup can is the best by far, and she gets her 1st win of the season and 1st win ever. She is still nowhere near caught up to someone like BB, Ben, or Shangela, but she has proven that she can actually slay a challenge. The first Final 5 challenge is girl groups, and Trixie slays. I know this technically counts as a bottom, but I will be counting this as a good endgame, as she was in the bottom by default. If you look at the critiques, Trixie got the third most positive critiques of everyone, and as far as I'm concerned, she should have been high, if not top 2. This was a very good performance on Trixie's part, and the best she has ever done in a performing challenge. This episode does not help her track record, but it does help her momentum. For the homestretch final 2 episodes of the season, Trixie does a great job. I have no idea where this Trixie was earlier in the season. It may just have been a thing of her gaining momentum. Looking at these final performances, Trixie was doing pretty well. The acting challenge, while horrible, Trixie did do a great job with what she was given. In terms of the remix, she has my favorite verse, very underrated. In terms of the jury, she does a great job making her pitch, and while the jury was definitely bitter, that doesn't mean Trixie didn't do a good job advocating for herself. Final lip sync is Trixie versus Kennedy, and this is by far Trixie's strongest lip sync performance on Drag Race ever. Is it an above average performance? No, but she had every word down, she had reveals, and this is definitely the best she did in a lip sync. Do you want non-Emmy nominated gay shit? Well then you should check out the RuPaul's Drag Race Rejudged YouTube channel and hit subscribe.